there. And she did not whisper in my ear to tell me to do that. Okay, she paid me. So I get the privilege of introducing our next really awesome lady. I just absolutely adore her. She has become a really dear, dear close friend to me. We've shared a lot of just really heartfelt things, walked some similar paths in our lives, and if you don't know her, you need to know her, because she has a heart for God, she has a heart for people, and she's an awesome mom, she's an awesome wife, she's an awesome lover of Jesus, she's an awesome friend, right? She'll become your sister. And so the way she came into longevity is just such a super, super story, but I'm not going to tell you that. I'm just honored to introduce Cindi. Just what, and I know I've said this before, one of my favorite things about longevity is this. We get to have friends and know people. I can look around this room and I know I can call on people in this room if I need them, and I know they'll be there. Isn't that beautiful? It's our dolphins. It's like this. Oh, no. Okay. Here we go. Oh my gosh. So she said, my name's Cindi Meyer. I live in Loveland, Colorado with my husband, whom I've been married to for 26 years. His name is Tom. We have 4 amazing boys ranging in age from 15 down to 5. If you're doing the math, yes, we were very, very slow in getting on to the having kids thing. That's okay, we got there, right? Primarily, I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I am also a group fitness instructor at the local rec center, along with my activity business. So I want to tell you how I got to be here. A couple of months ago, I was speaking with Scott Perdulis at an opportunity meeting at the conclusion of it, and said, you know, I'm not at that level. I'm currently a 1-star executive. Woo for 1-star. You're supposed to be a 2-star to be able to present. I know I'm not at that level, but is there something I could do maybe behind the scenes at the next Super Saturday? He's like, of course, that'd be great. How about if you take a speaking segment? And I went, deer caught in headlights, right? I'm like, you did hear that I said behind the scenes, correct? It's like, yes, you have an amazing story to share. Like, okay, well, so if you're an introvert like me, you may want to take notes, asterisk, highlight, underline, bold, whatever. This to Scott and his book is behind the scenes. Okay? I did not know that. We're here working for y'all. Totally out of my comfort zone, honestly. So, little grace here. I have notes. It's my first time presenting in front of a big group, so just go right ahead. Woo! How many of you are familiar with the concept of 6 degrees of separation? Most everybody, yeah.
Kevin Bacon.
What?
Kevin Bacon factor.
Kevin Bacon factor. Yes, I didn't know that until I looked it up. I Googled it. So for those of you who aren't familiar with it, it's just simply the concept that everyone in the world is separated from everybody else through 6 links or 6 degrees of separation. Gives a whole new idea to a friend of a friend, right? It's like, wow, that opens up a whole new world, literally. So we're going to take a look at that concept today and just show how greatly that can impact your business. Everybody else has been hands-on except for Marianne. I'm kind of along with the lines of you. Mindset and just dreaming. Okay, have a great vision. So that's kind of what I'm talking about today. Joanne said she wasn't sharing my story of how I came to network marketing. Thank you very much, because I'm going to share it. I think it's to my thunder. So 4 years ago, I was one of those people that wanted absolutely nothing to do with network marketing.
I had the preconceived notions. I had my prejudice. You know, I'm like, oh my gosh, no way. I don't want to be that person that everyone went, oh my gosh, there's Cindi. Crap, she's going to want to talk about her company X, Y, and Z. Like, I didn't want to be that, right? Well, let me tell you, my perception and my views of network marketing completely changed. And so, honestly, I was wasting time on Facebook one day, right? Big time waster. And I ran across a new concept in jewelry. It was great new ideas that they came up with. They could change around how they wore it. Same piece of jewelry, you could wear it as a necklace, a double neck necklace, an anklet, a bracelet, boot bling, whatever. I was like, well, that's really cool. Like, I like that. So, like, okay, let's check into that. And really, let's be honest, since I'm surrounded by all men in my life, I needed a little stuff girly. I signed up with that company a month before they actually launched, before I had actually even seen the actual jewelry. So I might be a little bit impulsive, and I like to shop. So I attended our very first convention in Las Vegas, and while there, I met the fledgling company's founders, Sean and Annalise Brown. And maybe you probably know that name, yes. Amazing people, just kind, loving, warm-hearted. That's genuinely, if you see them, that's who they are. So remember that connection. We're going to come back to that later. So I also knew a gal locally named Tamara Sayer. And our paths crossed on multiple different fronts. So I guess we were just literally meant to be friends, right? We go to the gym together and do a yoga class together, had for an extended amount of time. Our boys went to the same school. Being boy moms, our boys are very active and they all played sports together, so we often crossed paths at sporting events. So she repeatedly asked me to take a look at longevity. I said, no, thank you. My plate is very full. But, you know, we continued the friendship. She's very persistent, kindly persistent, of course. I think you asked me, what, like 4 or 5 times? Yeah, she's getting high fives back there. Right? No now may not be no later. That's right out of it, right? Even though I didn't say not now, I said no. Literally, you probably asked me 4 or 5 times, correct? Yes. So one day I was walking out to the ball field, headed to my son's baseball game. And into our ball diamond across the path of where her son was already playing. And I looked at her and was like, hey. All of a sudden I was like, I noticed something different about her. I noticed a helpful glow on her face. I'm like, Now, I'm obviously into fitness and health. And so I was like, I stopped. She's like, so, Tamara, you look great. Gave her a compliment. I'm like, I can see like a glow on your face. What are you doing? Of course, she's happy to share. Right? So that led one thing to another. I actually took an honest look at longevity and just really fell in love with it. It was just amazing, really fell in line with my own personal thoughts and feelings on health and wellness and how our bodies really have the innate ability to heal themselves if it's given the right building block. So I was like, okay, great, let's do that. So let me see where I am. All right. Yes, shortly thereafter, signed up, right? And it was at do you remember? At a basketball game, no less, right?
And she didn't tell her husband she was doing.
That's not supposed to be on the internet. I was like, yes, babe, this is what I did today. Remember the impulsive? Yeah, going back to the impulsive part. Anyways, I honestly fell in love with the company and our products. I'm so happy to be here. I want to take a look at some of the connections that led up to that relationship, though. So Tamara and her husband, John, had been introduced to longevity. So there's me and Tamara. Had been introduced to longevity through their son, AJ, who was 13 at the time, right? He had been introduced to the company through Blake Fardulis, who was 14 at the time, beginning to build his business. And of course, y'all know Blake Fardulis must be the son of our own Scott and Juliet Fardulis, right? So 5 degrees of separation here, but still the concept holds. So it was really amazing to see how even a young person could have an effect on it. So one day when I was just getting started in the business, Scott and Tamara and I took the opportunity to sit down and sat at my kitchen table and worked on training. We pulled out my list. Great that Nikki talked about the list today, so very handy, right? Got out my list, talked about who was who and why I thought they might be a good prospect, actually made some phone calls. And then while we're sitting there, Scott's like, is that your jewelry? He knew I had this other company also. Like, yeah. Like, let me show you. So I whip it off and start showing him all the different designs. He's probably like, no. He was actually very interested. He's like, that is really amazing. That's awesome. It's like, how do you know the people in that company? Like, how far up? I'm like, going back to the beginning, right? I've met the founders. Well, I've met the founders. Right. Can you get them on a phone call? Right? Seems like an innocent question. I'm like, well, I don't really know. I'm Facebook friends with them. So we drop a message to Sean Brown. Hey, I'd really like to have a conversation with you. Could I please get your phone number? While we're still sitting there, right? Phone number pops up. Yes, Scott, I can't get your phone number. It's just amazing. You never know what one thing will lead to. So that eventually led to a phone conversation introducing Scott Verdulis and Sean Brown. And fast forwarding, down the road a few months, it eventually led to the merger between me, Alicia, and Longevity. So now my two companies were married. So just thinking about the connections that you have, I didn't know where that would lead. Honestly, it was just a one-time introduction, and I was able to introduce two very amazing, wonderful, powerful people. And even all of us had no idea where that would lead. We couldn't even have conceived in our wildest dreams where it would lead. Continuing, honestly, to snowball. It's just incredible the blessing it's been. So let's look at the connections there, right? There's Scott, his son Blake, AJ, John and Tara Sayer. Sorry, my same language 3 is a little funky. Right? We got it. We can't tell you. So 3. 3, now I'm all just smiling. I'm where Scott, Blake, AJ, John and Tamara Sayer, Sean and Annalise Brown. Awesome, right? No, I was in there. So 6 degrees of separation between 2 very influential leaders. Wow. Right, beautiful.
Yeah, that's
so
great.
while this exact scenario may not be replicable, and I understand that, that's not the point. It's not a look at me. The point is there's some nuggets that you can take away from that. You never know who you know, and you never know who they know, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Connections that we all have can be so very powerful. I'd also like to encourage you all to step out of your comfort zone. Call the people on your chicken list. Honestly, Sean and Annalise Brown were not even previously to that on my chicken list because I thought they were so far out. Like, you're beyond the chicken list. I didn't think it was a possibility. So really call the people on your chicken list. They can be your best, most incredible investments. Okay. Trying to keep on track here. One of the beautiful parts about Longevity is just how many products that they have available for us. We have 6 billion with a B, right? $6 billion verticals. That's incredible. Most people have one company with one vertical and they build a whole business on that. We have 6 at our disposal, plus a whole lot of other like subcategories. So that really, I want you to see the vision of how powerful that can be. So how do you even know where to begin, right? It's like, I kind of like this and I kind of like this. And it's kind of hard to choose what to focus on. So think about what you love and think about what you're passionate about. Oprah Winfrey said, passion is energy. Passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. Okay, so find what you're passionate about and that will give you the energy and the power to do it, make it happen. Harness this energy and pick your passion within Longevity here. So I'd like to do a little demonstration. We'll see how it goes. I made it up in my brain. So we'll see, right? Hopefully how I think it's in my brain. So I want to couple those ideas, the 6 degrees of separation, along with plugging into the power of our $1 billion verticals, right? All the different verticals that we have accessible to us within the company of Longevity. I'd like you each to think in your head of your 3 top products or categories. Yeah? Y'all ready to play along? Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Ready.
I'll start. I'm gonna write on the chalkboard too. Woohoo! Okay, good. So, I'll be first. Yeah, my first one. Oh goodness, it's hard to write on. I think that looks so easy, Joe. My first one, he did it slower. That's right. He did it while he was up here being a distraction. Nice thing to look at. So obviously, with my connections to me, Alicia, my huge passion is the jewelry. I love that we can change it around. We can totally customize it to our own style, our mood, our outfit for the day. There's no more it's falling down my shirt and just doesn't quite fit right. Or if we're wearing a scarf, we can throw it on as a bracelet. I still have my beautiful pieces of jewelry that are in my business that I can promote, right? So that's one of my very most favorite. Jewelry, by the way, billion-dollar industry. People have built whole careers around jewelry, correct?
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
Right. Now the man in the audience, probably they're like, yeah, jewelry, whatever. Not so cool, right? That's okay. That's what we're going to demonstrate here. So the second one that I would be most passionate about is our nutrition. I love, love, love health and wellness. I've been in the fitness industry as a participant, probably off and on for 25 years. I've started teaching the last 5 years. So I've always been into fitness. What I found that was different when I got into longevity is there was a difference between being healthy and being fit. I was fit, but I definitely noticed a difference once I gave my body the nutrients that it needed, that I was sweating out when I was exerting, and I didn't know I wasn't giving it back. So then I married the two, fit and healthy, and that's really been an amazing blessing. So, nutrition. Yes? What kind of industry do you think that falls into?
$1 billion.
Absolutely, huge. Like people are obviously starting to realize that there's a lot to our nutrition and what it's lacking in our foods, right? Huge, huge, huge. So third, this is one I'm kind of learning about, not really knowledgeable on, but our essential oil line. Amazing, top quality oils. Are we like one of the top 3 manufacturers of essential oils? I think. Don't quote me on that, but it's something like that. I like to use that to help with my family's natural approach to health. I use it to boost immunity systems. If there's an illness or something that's going around, automatically I'll start doing that in a diffuser. Also, if I'm having issues sleeping, pop something in the diffuser for that. And also, maybe to help calm my nerves. Right? They may or may not be partaking of 2 of these categories right now. Seriously, bergamot is my friend. Love it. Helps calm anxiety. So let's play this out a little bit with the 6 degrees of separation. So what I'd like you to do is remember your 3. Oh yeah, essential oils, also a $1 billion industry, right? Yes. Okay, huge company. Look at that. So think of your favorite 3. I'm going to choose one person. I want you to share your 3 favorites and a little bit why. We're going to write them down. And then after that person shares theirs, I'd like them to choose somebody else. And we'll go around 6 degrees of separation and see what we come up with. Okay? Sound fair?
Sounds fun.
All right. Let's do John Sayer. What are your 3 favorites?
Just announcement from here. You read it? Great. Your handwriting is much better than mine, so that sounds great.
You can come up if you want.
So I'm all about the,
Come up so they can see.
okay, great.
From behind the
Did
camera.
I just lose all the people that were willing to participate? If I can come up here, you can.
So my first one would also be the nutrition.
Okay.
Really taken by the 90 for life message and how effective the products can be to really assist a person in having the right building blocks, as you put it.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my number 2 would be the rebound and pollen burst products.
Okay, so we'll call that recovery. Hear that?
Energy.
Yep, energy.
Okay. I'm not gonna have enough room. We have to rewrite. Okay.
And then I'm going to go with the chocolate.
Oh.
Because a good husband knows to refers back to his wife at times, and that's her absolute favorite, so I'm going with chocolate.
Awesome.
Great. Hey,
Oh, I'll take that. All right, I know Jessica.
And she looks like she's excited to share. Oh,
Okay, my first one would be nutrition. Okay, awesome. My first one. My second one would be.
why is nutrition your first?
Oh, it's my
okay.
In the fitness industry also, right?
No.
Yeah, just as a participant. Nutritionist, okay.
My second one is the beauty and personal care products.
Makeup,
Not
makeup?
necessarily makeup, just all
Skincare.
natural.
Skincare.
Skincare. Being all natural is very important to me. Chemical free. Having my family be able to use products that are safe. I love that.
So makeup and skincare? Sure. Sounds great. Hopefully you can read side words. Everybody like this?
And my other one that I really love that we have are these essential oils.
All right. Thank you. Good job. Now pick another.
Let's see. Let's do Carly.
We have 3 minutes. Where's that auctioneer? Wait, no.
So makeup are my number one. I love that. When you have your feet and your face, it's light of the world. So how do you spell your name? Karli. Close.
I was so close.
Very close.
Yeah.
And then nutrition now that I've tried the money for 2 days. I have one of those necklaces and I wear it. I work at a childcare. And if you ever been in a childcare, it's pretty stressful. Yeah. So I'm always smelling my necklace, and my kids know exactly what I'm doing. And they're like, "Can I smell it too? Can I smell it too?" So my necklace, I don't have it on today. So I'm like,
Bergamot, lavender.
I got the lavender caramel.
All right, Willie.
Oh, sorry. Okay. And then, maybe. Hot potato Nick.
Go, girl.
Nutrition. Because Dr. Wallach.
Joel and I, that's like a universal answer. Like, why this? And he's like, Wallach. Yeah, that's it. That's our answer.
That's the answer.
Yeah, so nutrition because I married that guy and that's the thing. I think I'm required to. Chocolate, yes. And energy. Yeah, we like to call it first. Yeah. Good job. All right. Am I popcorning? You're popcorning. Hot potato. Who's up? Veronica. How do you spell your name, Rinko?
Mariko. And for me, number one is obviously nutrition. Some of you guys have heard my health story. 10-month disability, taking care of my mom with Alzheimer's at the end of life. The month before she passed away, miraculously, this stuff shows up in my kitchen. Should we do this stuff? Should we take it? Do you want to take it? Diana's going to take it first. I'm like, so by far, nutrition is amazing. Essential oils were very much part of my story with that as well. And then it's like a combo of the chocolate, coffee, keto bar thing. Would that be under?
Deliciousness.
I can't believe nobody said that.
I know.
And then I want to pick Glenn, you look like he was sitting back there all lime salt.
I have a question.
Come on up here and say something.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Have you mixed your coffee ice with your keto shake yet?
Oh,
listen.
I've only done the keto bars. I haven't done the keto shake.
Oh.
I love the keto bars.
And
then you put longevity in too.
No, no, what's the matter? Just iced coffee.
Yay.
All right, so I'm last to speak for those.
If we stay, we get eggs.
Going out.
So the category up here, nutrition is my number one. I was pursuing that before I ran into law. Agricultural products is one that's not talked very much. And that's what I'm going to try to. I'll talk about that. We choose to stay for 3 8. And number 3, you know, I do like the chocolate, the energy. It's just so good with the chocolate.
Yeah.
I know we're running late, but I do encourage you to stay if you will.
All right.
I'll make my presentation
Awesome.
last for 3 hours.
A lot of eggs.
Yeah.
Chicken dipping.
All right.
I'm hungry.
So fun picture, right? You can kind of see, I don't necessarily know Glenn, although I met him before here, but I don't really know him, right? We have a lot in common throughout all of us, but we also have a lot of differences, things that interest us, our passions, right? So there's so many things that we can plug into within longevity. I think that's a huge blessing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can build a whole legacy for your family under just one of these verticals. I know people who have any one of them. And so how incredible within our company that we have access, God bless you.
Yeah, I can smell your perfume.
Good thing you sneeze, not relax. You go with lavender. So how incredible is that within our company that we have access to so many billion-dollar verticals, right? There's so much power in that when we link that with who we know and who they know, and it can just spread, right? My passion may not be the same as John's or Tamara's or Glenn's, and that doesn't matter. We can cater our message to each individual person and their passion, and that's part of building their relationship that we've all talked about. That's huge. You can also plug into multiple different ones, which I like to do. I focus mostly on the jewelry and the nutrition, but I'm kind of starting to plug into the essential oils because I'm interested in it. So customize it to what works for you. So I want to leave you with one quote today by a lady named Sabrina Bryan. She said, "You can do anything as long as you have the passion, the drive, the focus, and the support." Right? You can do anything as long as you have the passion, the drive, the focus, and the support. Now, I know that you all have the support that you need within this company. We have just incredible, incredible leaders that just will pour into us and give up their time and their talents. So I know that you can provide the passion, the drive, and the focus, and you'll find success within your business. So thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, I have the privilege of introducing our next speaker, Trish Hetherington. No, not to call her that, but she's in trouble, right? I'm saying that just. So Trish Hetherington, I've also met through longevity meetings. She's just an amazing, beautiful, kind, caring, welcoming lady. You just could see that right when you start talking to her. She has been a personal trainer for over 30 years. Almost said 40.
Well, I'm getting there. Yeah.
For 30 years. She is also a nutrition therapist. She's been married to her hubby almost 30 years, and they have 2 grown children. So I'm excited to welcome
Thank you.
Trish Hetherington.
Very, very fun. All right. So does everyone have a sheet of paper? Yes. Okay, we're gonna do a little kindergarten today, but no running with scissors. So the first thing I want you to do is, before you fill out this "someday I will," Oh no, I lied. You're gonna do someday I will. So like top 3 things on your bucket list. Everyone has a bucket list, right? Vision board, bucket list. Yeah. Just let me know when you're done. These are fun things, right? You guys are so serious. Quiet. We should Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Beautiful. You just about ready? Yep. Okay. So then in the squares, in this bottom, let's see, right corner, I want you to write the number 80.
Bottom right.
Bottom right. 80. So there's 8 rows with 10 across, so that's 80. And actually that signifies about the average age when people leave this world. Okay, so then I want you to count backwards and find square number 65 and circle that one too. Circle 80, circle 65. Did you not get one? Circle? No, I'm making it on hand. Oh, okay. I can always email it out. So write 65 in that square, then circle the square. It's like a game show.
Circle the square.
Circles, yeah.
Oh, we just.
Or highlight it or whatever, write 65 in it. Okay, so now what I want you to do is find out which square is your current age and cross out every square behind it, starting with, from number 1 up to your age.
Cross out all the ones prior to it or after?
Before.
Before, okay.
From 1 until your age.
Are you trying to depress us?
No.
Must be inspirational,
We
Trish.
have learned so many things about putting our foot on the gas pedal, right?
Yeah.
So this is like, yeah, giddy up, get some coffee in you, let's go. Or not Tamara, she doesn't do chocolate. Lots of chocolate.
Lots of chocolate.
There's caffeine in it. You can do chocolate though, right? With the caffeine?
Oh, I don't like, it's not the caffeine, it's the coffee.
Yeah, coffee just tastes too much like coffee.
It's burnt water.
Water.
Quit drinking at Starbucks.
Yeah, exactly.
No, come on now, I'm sorry. Don't be a hater.
Not a hater, I just found something
All
better.
right, beautiful. So take a look at your someday I will. Look at the empty squares. What do you got left? So you can use this on people in a kind way.
Dr. Wallach says this 80 is really 100.
For us it is.
Yeah.
For us it is.
I want a few extra squares
Yeah.
here.
However, when you're speaking with people and they're not on our products yet, they're looking at and their mindset, right?
Yeah.
So
Correct.
bringing all this together, their mindset is it's a natural part of aging. I'm gonna get old. I'm gonna get arthritis. I'm gonna have heart disease. Blah 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 blah. Right? So this is very impactful when you're speaking with somebody. Because they say, oh, I have these dreams, and then they look back and see how many spaces they have left to accomplish these dreams. And what do they have in place to make that happen? So one of the things that people are always talking about or hoping to do is retire. Right? Everybody says they want to retire. I'm just going to work till I retire, and then I don't know what they do after that. You know? So next slide. So what are you going to do when you retire? So you're like, how much money do you need to retire? Well, how much money do you spend right now, every month? Right? So if you had $1 million, that'd be nice. Saving my money. You know, even my husband's like, well, here's our 401k, and here's our investments, and blah, blah, blah. We got to get to $1 million. No, I did that. At all. So if you had $1 million and you use a treasury bond, and you're lucky if you get 3.3% or 33%, you know, $33,000 a year. How many of you think you can live, retire, right? So you have a lot of time left between 65 and 100. We're going to live to 100. Is $33,000 a year going to cut it, knowing that there's inflation? Not unless you want to be working at Walmart and greeting people, which is okay. I'm not saying. All right. But after inflation, right, and you do try all these different things, you're really only getting $10,000 a year. All right, next. And I do talk fast. So you say, all right, well, I'm going to take my $1 million because you've managed to save $1 million, right, from now, right? We're all close. To $1 million. And so close, right? So close. Now you buy a CD, right? And you'll be lucky your CD paying 2%. True. Lucky if everything's 2%. Right? And not adjusted for inflation, that's less. That's $20,000 a year. Right? And even if you have your house paid off, that's still only $20,000 a year. All right, next. Oh, wait. I gotta read this one. You guys, I don't know if you can read this. It says, this is my favorite part. It says, furthermore, this strategy leaves you completely at the mercy of interest rate fluctuations, right, with a CD? As you know, from living through the last 10 years, interest rates are as volatile as a drunk uncle at a wedding. All right, next slide. Who's been the drunk uncle? It's always the back. All right. So, you know, we're talking to people, and, you know, people my age are losing their jobs, and it's really difficult to get rehired at my age. So, I mean, I don't care, I'm good, but other people can't get hired. So what they're looking at and their big expenses is $15,000 to $18,000 a year for housing. Okay, that's even with their house paid off, you have to put money back into a house. You know, it's not really the investment that you think it is, right? Unless it's making you money, it's not an investment. Please change that mindset. What's that?
And then preach.
Can I get an amen? Yeah. All right, transportation. Cars still suck our money too, right? Until, of course, your kids, the kids take the car away, right? Then you have public transportation. And, you know, here's what's even said worse is your transportation plus money to get food.
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. $7,000 a year?
Yeah.
No, I do that in 6 months because I want to buy good food. I want to buy healthy.
Right.
I want to buy food, eggs from my the magic eggs. All right, pension. The laughable part was my own little insertion. If you're lucky to get a pension, and Social Security, again, laughable. Right? You're paying into, these are things you're paying into, $2,000 to $6,500 a year. Okay? We are long past that CD and that bond. Okay? Healthcare premiums. This isn't if you get sick. This is paying for your premiums just in case. is 5,000 to 6,000 a year, and other if you want to have any fun, right? And you see your grandkids or anything is another 6 and Christmas.
Travel.
You know, my mom's 84, and God bless you, no meds. She's finally on a little bit of prednisone. She has an issue. It was the first time in May. She turns 85 in September. She goes, you know, I don't want that. I'm like, rock on. So, timeshare. All right, Mom, we're going to Vegas. Then you're coming back to Colorado. Bring your golf club. She's so awesome. Right? Yeah, she's awesome. All right, next. So, yeah, she got some expenses. And you know what? Meds is not one of them. So, the number one expenditure in the U.S., say it, we're number one. So by the time we're hitting 45, 55, 45 starts right about here. By the time you're ready to kick the bucket, for most people, not us, we're spending $45,000 a year on top of the premiums that we're paying. Right, for lungies. That's one, not even one joint replacement.
No. Don't even think about this.
I don't. Right, exactly. All right, next slide. So what, now what? Right, next slide. This is it. This is everything we got, right? We have the answer with all those different verticals that you talked about. Swap where you shop, auto ships. We have everything we need to create, kind of wrap this into a nice little bundle to create better health, hit that 100-year-old mark, right? And not spending over $45,000 a year on medical bills. I'd rather spend it on fun, travel, golf with my mom, and really good products that can take care of that. Okay? So when you're using that sheet on somebody, they're like, well, I don't know how I'm going to get there. Like, well, what's your other plan? What's plan B? What's plan C? Yes, you want to have investments. Yes, you want to have, your bonds, your CDs. And that's not the be all end all. There's so much more that needs to be done to have all those eggs in our basket. And this is really like the basket where we can then make money to have more eggs. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No. All right, next. So again, we have the top $6 billion industries. So if the light bulb's not going on for the person that we're speaking with, that's on us. Because it makes sense. Who wouldn't want to have invested in Microsoft, in Apple, but still, it's a good company. Why not have investments in that?
Just drink our coffee.
Right, you can drink our coffee. And I get my stock dividends from Starbucks, and I drink my Angelic coffee. We're the best of all worlds. There you go. I'm a hater. I'll take it all, right? Because then I can spread the wealth, right? All right, thanks. And I will happily email this out to anybody, this whole presentation. So just make sure you get your email. So you're like, okay, so I don't have enough money. I haven't saved $1 million. So if it takes $1 million to maybe get, $3,000 a month in interest, why not create an income for $1 million and get that money at the same time? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right? So that's on us to say, well, okay, so you can get this in interest and be healthier and not give your money to the man, right? And find yourself a good MLM accountant and keep more of your money, right? Ellen? All right, so next. So again, oh, that's my sister. So yeah, you bring your family along with you. Stole that off your Facebook page. So you get to swap where you shop. You get to make the money. You are in all these billion-dollar industries. You get to take people you love along with you. You've created these great relationships. Thank you guys again. Great presentations. Next. And last but not least, you get to be the one to create what it is you want. And that's back to the mindset, right? And again, it took me a long time to get out of the mindset I grew up in, right? Still city, depression era parents, you go to work, you get a job, well, you go to school. So, one of the fortunate few who went to school for exercise physiology and still do that. That doesn't really happen much anymore. So, but that's what we did. We grew up, we went to college, we got a job. Mom, dad had pensions and retirement plans and blah, blah, blah. And we're not going to have it. It doesn't matter who's in office. It's going away. And it's all up to us. It's all up to us to create a relationship that supports other people in seeing their future. Whatever that is for them, help them create that. It may not be, they're jumping with the CEO pack. However, we all have something that they need. And we all have the ability and the tools to help them move along, to enroll them in moving forward, right? Whatever that is, all right? So, yes, I can email all those out to you. Excuse me, make sure I get a piece of paper and a list, with all your emails on it, and I'll be happy to
I'm going to load them all on master stamps.
Oh, you're going to load
the
them.
videos. And I have true confession here. I forgot to video my presentation, Nikki's presentation, and part of Joel's, and I didn't like part of
I know. She sent me a text, I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, you do it again?
I know. James usually says, well, you're not recording. And he usually says, so I apologize, but anyway, it was awesome. What? So you're like, okay. All right, so now we're going to do the panel, right? Really quick. Did you have a question? Oh, sorry. Yes. Oh, yeah. I'll say today. Yeah.
Or I will.
Oh, I will. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I like that even better. Yeah. All right. All right. So, and you know what? Really, really, really stay for Glenn's talk. He is so smart. I learn something new every time that Glenn speaks and opens his mouth. So thank you. And so if you have the time to stay, the grass is just starting to get dried out, so wait a couple more minutes. Hang out, listen to Glenn when we're done with the panel.
Yeah, we're going to do a quick panel here, and we just want to bring up a couple people. You guys should have been on the list.
Thank you for your time.
Yes, you saw the email. You're on. Joanne, Andrew. So we thought it would be fun. Who else was on the list? To is that right? Okay. We thought it might be fun. All right, so we have new people here. We have people who have been around for a while. We have people that have had great success. Some of that's faded away, and they've stuck around and rebuilt. But I wanted you guys to hear a little bit from people who have been around for a while and who have had success. And I wanted to say something. It was funny because I just got my little statement on what my Social Security was going to pay and all that. And I'm like, oh, heck, I'm so far beyond that already in longevity. I was like, that'll just be a bonus. If it's still there.
If it's still there, yeah.
Right? But I don't have to worry about it because I'm already taking care of it.
That's right.
All right.
All right, you guys. Do you have questions?
No, I'm watching to make sure the camera's good.
Oh, okay.
I always have questions.
All right, so you're supposed to ask the questions.
All right, let's see. Feel like this is like the dating game. What was, so whoever wants to take this question first, just go ahead and jump out. What was the best piece of advice you received since you got into network marketing? Go ahead.
Go for the no.
Ah, why? Why was that so
Two
important to you?
reasons. Do you remember what Cindy said? How many times did she approach Cindy? And what did she get? Right? That same experience happened with Scott and John and I.
Yeah.
He approached us at least 5 times before we said yes. So
turn the light
that's
on?
one aspect of going for the no. The other aspect is for every no, you know you are that much closer to the yes.
Right.
And you cannot be afraid of the no. If you go to every appointment expecting a yes, you're going to go in fear. Every time you're going to go in disappointment. Go for the no. Because that's how you know you have the right person.
And believe them when they say no.
And believe them when they say so, right?
Yeah.
So that is absolutely the best thing to get that into your spirit is go for the no.
All right, Tamara?
So along those lines, mine is don't give up. Don't quit. Because how many times have we hit so many no's or something, and then you're like, oh, maybe this business just isn't for me. Who said that? I'm guessing it's more than that. In your head, you probably said, but I know there are a lot of people who've done that. Maybe it's just network marketing is not for me. And so if you just, that was the thing that kept pushing me forward, that and knowing that I never want to stop taking the products, right? So, and that I wanted my whole family to, and that we couldn't afford it otherwise. So I was like, we're doing the business and we're not quitting. That's fine.
That's mine too, is never quit. And I asked Shar, if you guys know who Shar is. I don't even know how old Shar is. But I was on the cruise with her and Doc and what have you. We're having dinner, and she's been around since the very beginning, and she is just a hoot. But I asked her, I said, give me a nugget. And she just looked at me, just as stern as could be, and she goes, never. That was it. And that just sat with me, and I'm like, okay. Right? And success comes when you stay.
Yeah, that was the other part of it. The only people who fail are the ones who quit.
Really, who walk away.
Yeah,
that's true.
Anyone else want to answer that question?
I was going to say the don't quit one. I was on the one. But the other one is be prepared to look hard at your business all the time. Because there's always there's always stuff to improve. Stuff isn't going to happen. If you do get the no, go back, look at it. Why didn't I get a no? I was fortunate. I was able to sit down with Scott for an hour this week. And go, okay, let's deep dive in the business where I'm at. What do I need to do? What do I need to change? And it's not just about just hanging in there. Anyone can hang in there, okay, and not do anything. But if you can hang in there and be prepared to look deep into your business as well, that's when the real change. Because this business is pretty grass. You'll find things about yourself you didn't even know about. So, I'd add that piece of it as well.
Yeah.
One last thing is, it's not about you. It's about all those people you meet. Listen. Don't talk. Listen. That's the most important thing you can learn. That's the most important thing I learned, is the less I talk, the more I learn, the better my business grows.
Good point. All right, next question for the panel. We do need game show music. What was the one thing you did in network marketing that was something you thought you would never do? And keep it clean.
I was just going to say, actually, do network marketing. I mean, really, I came through the traditional, education system to get a job. I never thought I'd actually be doing.
You got a PhD.
And I got pissed. I still play at the corporate garage. I'm very fortunate. I still actually enjoy the work that I was trained to do. And I just never thought I'd be doing this, but I'm so glad that I'm able to do it.
Yeah, for me, it really is all about embracing personal growth. You hear that this really is just personal growth with a paycheck, and we can probably stand up here and say that we're maybe not millionaires, we're probably all thousandaires, I think was the word that we've used, and that's great, but that only takes you so far in life. The cash is only so good as what you have inside of here, and I can honestly say that longevity and some of the great folks in this room, all the great teachings that we've had over the years, have helped me not only to become a better network marketer, but I've actually watched some of my friends be able to respond a whole lot more positively and confidently into some of the things that I'm asking, some of the things that I'm saying, some of the things that I'm sharing than I ever had before longevity. And so being able to really grow those personal relationships is a whole lot better to me than the financial benefit that we've gotten here at longevity, which still has been very good.
Anyone else? Okay. All right. If you could change one thing, what would it be?
I would change the fact that I didn't get into this when I was Joel's age. Right? Because in the short time that I've been here, just like you, I guarantee you it exceeds your Social Security that takes 51 years if you start at 16.
Right.
And you retire at 67. And how much money and time did you put into that?
Too much.
Yeah, way too much. And we don't even know how long it's going to be there, right? But we know longevity is going to be there. So that would be I would, hands down, not 33 years of real estate, but 33 years. Yeah.
It's funny when people say that they're going to start their own business, they're all excited and they're talking about, I'm going to open this restaurant and or I'm going to, do whatever it is. And I'm just like, oh,
let me be your Trinity on that one.
Oh, no, I own my own business.
There you go.
Yeah, I own my own business for 18, 19 years. I mean, I've been there, I've done it all. And it's hard work. And guess what? When it was done, I had nothing like what I have now. So I feel the same way. I wish I would have started the Joel's.
I'll just say one other quick thing. The one thing that real estate did do is the very last company that we own, it had a profit sharing system based on the same way we get paid. And I didn't get any money when I sold the company, right? Put a lot of money in it. But the one thing that I did get is that every month I get a check of profit sharing that's based on multi-level marketing. What's in the bank account yesterday? $1,900.
So you'd say shifting your mindset around residual and in all forms. Right. All right.
So the question again, what would you change?
Which is different.
What would you do different? And it could be in anything.
So I'd like to share that not only is there something that I'd like to have done differently, but something that I am doing differently. And that is, who in this room has a daytime job, just like Andrew and me? Okay. So really, a lot of you are looking at this as a plan B level income. Is that right? As we say, somebody said earlier, plan B.
For now, till it becomes plan A.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So one of the things I recognized pretty early on is that plan A can take up so much of our time. And our time is really what we need to put into something like this to build for the future. And so when we continue to not do that, it's kind of like when you were a kid, and maybe this is just my own story, but maybe you can relate to this, and that is, mom and dad always said, hey, as soon as you're done with your dinner, then you can have dessert. So they give you the plate and it has the meat on it, the potato and the veggies. And so you go through and you eat it, right? And then when you're all done, you're ready for dessert. They say, oh, you didn't have enough veggies. You took just a small scoop. You need to have more veggies. Like a little bit more veggie on your plate. Then you eat that. Say, oh, you didn't eat enough meat, so you have a little more meat. Always put on more of that stuff before you get to dessert. Well, I kind of look at longevity that way. Longevity is my dessert. It's really what I want to do, but I have to kind of go through this plan A, the day job that keeps putting more and more pressures onto my plate. And it's important that we just not let that stuff get back on. So, you know what, Dad, I'm ready for dessert. No more of the veggies. I'm ready to go for longevity. Put in the time that we're supposed to be putting into this so that we don't have to be continually trading our time for money with that planning.
Right.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
You guys, anything different?
Do you want, does anybody have anything that they want to, how much could, could you?
Oh, you can ask me a question.
Well, I was just going to say while we're waiting for Trish, is probably take less of a corporate mindset into the business. I think that's the biggest challenge I have, is that I'm very good doing the corporate world. This isn't necessary corporate business. I mean, there are aspects of treating it like a business, that you still need to treat it as a business, but not necessarily as a corporate business. I think that's the thing that I'm in the process of really working on right now.
So, well, Andrew said something, we were kind of chatting before this, and Andrew said something that I thought was real interesting, and we were talking about how your business kind of goes up and kind of takes dips, right? And then it kind of goes back up again, and then that's those dips when you're feeling like, oh, maybe this isn't for me, right? But we go and we start building back up again. And so what does that look like? I mean, I know you've had to do it, I've had to do, we've all, yeah. So talk a little bit about that, because I think, being new and people coming in, you kind of look at these people standing up here and we've had some great success, right? We make some good money, but then it's like, there's always these little things caveats that happen along the way. And so, yeah.
How many of you like roller coasters? Thank you. I'm a huge roller coaster fan. And I grew up, that was our school picnic. We didn't just go to the park, we went to the amusement park. And that's how I look at my business. When you're going down, it's almost like winter, right? You're going down, but it's about the preparation for the next up, right? And that's what winter is as well. So have fun with it, Put your hands up and go, woo! I gotta climb back up again, woo! And that's how I've had to shift my mindset around that, because it's gonna happen. It's just like the nose.
Sometimes it's something personal in your life. Sometimes it's you don't feel good for whatever reason. But when you do, here's the one thing that I would tell you. When you feel yourself going like this in your business, find something inspirational to do. Find an event to get to. Get in front of your mentor. Get somewhere where you get re-inspired so that dip is shorter. I saw, I'll just be really quick. I saw a teacher talk about through life, as we get stronger and stronger, life is like a culvert, right? And the very first time you're doing a new challenge, it looks like it's really long, right? But as we know how to conquer that culvert, each time we come up against something that is stopping us, it's a shorter distance to get out to the other end. Same way. You look at the roller coaster the first time, it's like, oh my gosh. But the more you ride it, the less you think, oh my gosh, right? So
Yeah, because that Ferris wheel point.
get inspired.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Well, and I would add that you said the events, and it's not just big events.
No.
I know every time I go to a Wednesday night meeting or the Tuesday trainings or any of those things where I'm just around all of you great, positive people, and just being in the room. I think it was Nikki said that she felt like she was nervous, but it really wasn't that. It was that she was shaking from all of the energy in the room. And I know I have experienced that in multiple aspects of my life, and I never identified it like that. And that's totally what it is. Because you just get in that place where there's so many, so it doesn't have to cost anything. You don't have to go far. Now I realize there's people online, but there's things to plug into and books to read. And those help you go from, so that you don't have to go so deep into you might still be going down, but you don't have to go all the way maybe to the bottom. You can cut a corner somewhere and ride from peak to peak by utilizing the events. that culture that we have. So you guys are awesome. That's like the best part of longevity.
It is.
And I would add on to that, if you can't afford to go to convention or the regional meetings, get to know the people who are in other parts of the country. Get to know other leaders and just other distributors, because everybody has such a great story. Everybody has such a great testimonial. And the more of those people that you hear, the more of those people that you learn about, and then you'll see them. You'll see them rise up through the ranks, and all of a sudden they're doing a call or they're on a Zoom, and you're like, I know who that is. You know, that's a great feeling to know that it's such a broad company, and there are people all over the world that are doing this. It just makes you feel part of something really huge, and that's what we've got here with Chevy. It's just a gigantic company that's soaring.
And that goes back to what Cindi was talking about, the 6-degree separation.
Right.
Because eventually you're going to know somebody around the country who knows someone who's in there.
I need to go for more no's so I can find more Cindy's.
Yeah.
Oh,
Any other questions?
no, I think we're good. I want to thank you guys all, really, because I think that, you know, it's funny, if you've noticed, the wall's gone, right? We didn't know if that was the wall of fame or the wall of shame, because people would always come in and go, oh, where are you? Right? Like ask people, oh, how come you're not on there? How come you're not on there?
Other distributors will come in and go.
But what we have to remember, those people, a lot of those people have been around 20 years in network marketing. I've been around 7. I mean, so people that are just coming in or people that are just getting introduced to it, right? There's a learning curve here, but there's success too, right? And so I think what I wanted you guys to see is the people that are around you all the day, all the time, are experiencing success too. And so we are just inspired by those who get to the top, right? But there's a lot of space in between, and that's kind of where we're all at. So thank you guys for coming. Glenn's going to do a presentation. I hope you guys stay and get some free eggs. Thank you. Thanks, you guys. All right, we are gonna record Glenn too, but we're gonna stop that and then we'll have it on a different thing. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. Yeah, it'll be a separate recording stuff. So take a quick break if you have to, and then we'll be right back. Oh, okay. No, I can give it up. Did you upload it?
Yeah. No, that's what I need to do.
Oh, okay. So right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So go to new.
And then I file it. That's where I.
There you go. Okay, good. Oh, wait, hey, you want to get on your flyers? Oh, Joan.
How are you? I have a question. But yeah, you know, I'm going to go on that two twins showed up, Brianna.
She's the one that's getting married, right?
No, Brianna, she came late. I don't know if you were at that one. Anyway, she is the one that you brought the essential oil stuff in.
Yeah, I know her. She's the female.
So, she stayed with us all the time. I think that,
So it was worth your effort.
I think it was.
I really like that place.
Yeah. I should have taken pictures of the setup.
Nobody did.
Okay. But Mary Yes, thank you for your presentation. It was wonderful, and also asking questions. I know that you with your presentation today, so like I
Up and going.
1 minute left.
Oh, Lord. Okay, sweet.
So, thanks for bringing Trish.
I didn't even think about getting it over here before.
I'm glad you figured out like,
Oh, you're like, oh no.
you think we're practicing this. But then
Oh yeah, no.
normally you could just plug up, right?
Well, you need to have your phone stuff on your. So.
Yeah, I know, it's a little snazzy door. Can I see it? Who's in here?
No, yeah, I'm It says 1 minute left.
You don't have to enroll in this one. Get the free shit.
Do you need a whiteboard real quick?
All right.
You are kind of like those.
Yeah. I'll introduce you. Oh, I gotta get to the Zoom. Oh.